Chapter 3, Section 1. Father Future. Little bodies sauntered over to Father Future in the way that only little bodies can. Exhaled a little resentment that the work seemed never done, and inhaled a supposed gall and pleaded, "Papa, I really want to go to Grandma's. Can I, pretty please? You can see my room, the space has been cleared. It is so very organized and clean. I have completed the chore that Mother had deemed I needed to complete. It even made me sing. It was a fantastic display of self-sufficiency, except maybe in the last couple of minutes I may have made a mess of just one thing." Father Future said, "I've taken notice of what you've completed, and I am quite assuredly pleased indeed. And fret not, for your mother cares for you deeply. She cares for you infinitely. My dearest child, sweet child, in thine eyes, I hope it ever becomes more plain to see. We will always forgive you as you forgive yourself of your own construed of inadequacy. There is an archetype of this existence that is the play of separation from love while living. But since none of this is outside of love, all else is forgiven. All is ever forgiven. Never stay stuck in your worries, lost in recycled chagrin. Your mother and I simply persist to cultivate your discipline. We know that we are tricky, and we know we can both be tough. But when you show up to meet our requests, you are assuredly always enough. There is no success or failure, only the movement of energy, an expansion of awareness that is born out of the union of us three through deed." Father Future then declaimed, "That is fine, little body. You may go to Grandma Presence, but first I need you to do your homework." Little body knew not to complain right now because it had gotten her extra work with Mother Past, and so she caught her own impulse before it deluged into an outward display of habit, and thought she would and now magically could try a new approach, a new plan of attack. Little body inhaled calmness and exhaled collectedness, and then importuned, trying to make it sound as official as she could. "Father, I beseech you your reason, and I assure you I do so reasonably." But she thought to herself, "I'm off to a good start. Grandma Presence has a surprise guest that she truly wants me to meet, and doing my homework, well, that could very well preoccupy all of the rest of my chance to meet and mingle with Grandma's very special guest." Extremely pleased with the ingenuity and performance of this new approach, Little Body awaited her father's response in electrified repose. Father Future replied, "No, Little Body, I am sure you are imagining that because you have not yet had a direct experience. It will only take, as all things take, the appropriate amount of effort in a perfect sequence gifted to consequence. It will only take, as all things take, the appropriate amount of effort in a perfect sequence gifted to consequence. I assure you there is nothing to get to, only all to align with. Just be in the relationship you desire to have with anything, with everything that requests a relating with you. In your homework, if you just focus on the beauty of answering each question as it can only be answered now, it won't take any longer than your consciousness will allow. And as your awareness of spirit ruminates on the center of everything else, each moment will assuredly be complete in itself. It will ever be that way. Tasks take only as long as they are. Everything is not only attainable and nothing unaccomplishable. but all is enjoinable and thus enjoyable. Once appreciation, attention, intention, focus, and direction are applied from a sense of self in the love of I. Gratitude is the way to conclude all dimensions. Energy goes where attention flows. We make our own reality. Now is the moment that matters. Now is the perfect time. All power comes from within. All change is possible. Any manifestation probable. Harmony is the measure of truth, and truth the merit of love. To know you are light of light is the way to bring together all below and above. But Father, little body murmured, I already know this. Whoops. She had blown her cover of calm, and figured she could at least still practice clearness and kindness, and so smiled, took repose, and listened. Sounding serious, but seriously smitten by his daughter's smile, Father Future pronounced, You forgot, little body, although concerned, I am not focused on what has been. I am interested in focusing your attention on what has never happened before. So, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You must answer every question with diligence and love for what is, so that you can assuredly know your being nurtures all that will be. And that is what you are to becoming too, before you can go over to see Grandma Presence. And not only that, but since I can tell that you're not listening authentically to my request of your service, and only really listening to your hunches of how to please me, after all of your homework is done, I need you to discover 3, as of yet, unfathomable possibilities. I need you to discover 3, as of yet, unfathomable possibilities that you are willing to create. And on top of that, you have to come up with one more reason why you need me a little less tomorrow and love me more than you have ever foreseen loving. Little body pouted and whimpered. She had given up on playing the calm, clear, and kind game altogether, for her father saw right through her charade that she didn't even know was a charade until it was pointed out, which appeared in her mind to be the truest cause for this discomfort she now took to be her me. Father Future, why do I have to do so much work before I go to be with Grandmother Presence? Father Future replied, Although you are sincere in your attempt to be calm, clear, and kind, and this is a good beginning to one day in your entirety align with the divine, you are not yet authentic, and sincerity, although the right direction to spree, is not quite sufficient for self-sufficiency. You have to be to see how you can be the way which is free, to be what discovers the seed of the tree that blossoms as the way to love everything. And so I'll repeat, although you are sincere in your attempt to be calm, clear, and kind, and this is a good beginning to one day in your entirety align with the divine, you are not yet authentic. And sincerity, although the right direction to spree, is not quite sufficient for self-sufficiency. My dear, all of this toil is only what is necessary. You will understand eventually and eventfully when you are eventfully self-sufficient. But I am, Father, little body asserted. Or I am not exactly, but I will be. I want to be. Ugh! How long will it take? I already feel like I know all this. I already can feel my purpose. I want to be. I will be. Whined the little body. Father Future responded, yes, I know, little body. But as of now, all of these pages are blank, these questions unanswered. And so to you, little aspirant, these little tasks I entreat. For will be is not am. As we are as the is, the now, the is, you must merge the meaning will and be right here. Right here. Right here, Father proclaimed, while pointing with his spindle toward her third eye. Remember, there is no wrong answer that is thought out, felt, and considerate of the truth in you that makes harmony of the many rivaling certitudes and servitudes in you. You just need to convince the reader that you are a valuable perspective, that you connect with the world's root, inspiring the judges beyond the judge's ability to pass judgment is all you must do. And with your own insight into our awe, releasing each appraiser from their adjudicating laws. Now go and become what I am asking of you to be. Go, my dear, and become my mature little body with a clear insight, a new creation of love, and 3 gifts to give, all in preparation for your adventures with Grandmother Presence, more awake and aware than you have ever been.